Here we are on the banks of the Delaware River. Come on, Rick. Come here. Anyway, we're going for a walk. And today, we're going to do the annual walk around the fish hatcheries plus the Glen Foerd mansion. I don't know why I do this every year, but every year around this time, I try to take Rick on different walks. And every time it's just early spring, even though it's late February, it feels like early spring. We're in the mid-50s. And we are just going to check out some of the sites near the Delaware River, and this is the fish hatcheries. A lot of people go fishing off this pier. Look at that, there's a little island right there, and I believe you can launch. I have a kayak. I could launch my kayak from here, and I could probably go to that mysterious island. I mean, I could. I probably won't. I haven't gotten in the kayak in over a decade, Rick the puppy. That's right. I used to sail these waters in the Delaware River in my kayak. And then it's actually how I got the nickname the Captain. A guy saw me kayaking, and he said, "Is that your vessel?" And I said, "What, this kayak?" And he said, "Yes." He said, "Yes, the kayak. Is that your vessel?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "You are the captain." There you go. The Delaware River Trail, we're here. They plan on having this trail go from here all the way to South Philly. And I can't wait for that to happen. It probably will be done in the next decade. And got a lot of people parking their cars. It's lunchtime, Rick the puppy. So people come here, they park their cars, they eat lunch. I'm starting to think that this isn't a boat launch because of all the debris. Yeah, that guy right there in the pickup truck, he's like a state official, for the parks. So what he'll probably do is check fishing licenses, and they'll check, if you kayak, you actually, if you launch from a public park, you have to have a special sticker on your kayak. And funny thing is, when you buy a kayak, they don't tell you that. I didn't know that. So one day I was out there in the river kayaking. I come kayaking in, and the dude was like, "Yo, where's your launch sticker?" And I said, "What the hell's a launch sticker?" So then he gave me a ticket, but I could beat the ticket if I bought the sticker. I had 30 days. So this building here, I don't think this is a fish hatchery anymore, Rick the puppy. God, this is a beautiful building. God, I hope we fix this up. It's just so pretty. The brickwork. And apparently what they would do is they would breed fish in this building. Check out that roof. What do you think, Rick? Uh-oh. Oh, I wonder. Oh, there's a bee. Oh, I wonder if there's a beehive in there. What's that? Sometimes you come back here, you'll see like large cranes. I think they're called cranes. Over here, this is the it's the water treatment plant. That's where they treat the water. We had an oil spill not too long ago up the river, and there was a possibility that this water was going to be polluted. And I used to drink nothing but tap water, and then like seriously, it was all I would drink. I stopped drinking tap water because of it. And they had this oil spill up in Bristol, and they kind of just let, the way the oil spills work, they kind of just let the chemical spills go until it crashes somewhere. And eventually the oil spill crashed in, like, it crashed, or it like landed, or it spilled onto, what's the name of that town? They have the best Gloucester City. They have the best St. Patrick's Day parade, which is coming up. Well, Google it. Look up Gloucester City St. Patrick's Day parade. If you like mummers music, it's fantastic, because I think you got more than half the string bands, or about half the string bands perform, and the majority of them wear full costume. I think they all wear full costume. So it's almost like the Mummers Day parade at springtime. It's hopefully it's nice weather like this. I hear an echo. Do you guys hear the echo? Oh, it's a goose. I guess what's a duck state? You can't hear the echo. Come on, Rick the puppy. Let's go look for some turtles. Yay! Live action. Yeah, if you ever want a kayak and you want to buy one of those stickers, you have to go to like an auto tag place. That's where they sell them. Like that. A lot of people think that's how I spell my name. It's not. Usually when people say John in the comments and they spell it John, I always go, who's that? And then they go, oh, I thought that was you. Oh, no, that's not me. I remember during the pandemic, I was riding my bike all around the city, and I would come to the playgrounds or parks like this, and the bathrooms were all locked up. Rick the puppy, remember, Jesus saves. And then at every bathroom where the door was locked, there was always a big puddle. Here it is, Rick the puppy. The fish hatchery. Look at all the live action. You have ducks over here. And then you got geese. Oh, look, they're bullying the ducks. Oh, that kid's bullying the geese. I love it. When I was a kid, my father took me fishing here when I was a young lad. Single digits. And look at all the ducks, Rick the puppy. And I caught my first fish in this little area. Look at the colors on that duck. Sometimes there's turtles in here. I don't see any fish. You catch anything from here?
Yeah, I caught a bass yesterday.
Oh, really? Okay. I don't see anything swimming. Yee! Live action. Just looking for some turtles. Oh, you see a dog. Ah, goddamn, this mud stinks. You see any turtles? Yeah, so anyway, if you have a kid, I think you're allowed to go fishing here. And the kids don't need a license. I think that's I would Google that before you come. I could be wrong, me. But I think that's, and also they have lots of events. I talked about this recently, but they have lots of events in the park, in all the parks. And yeah, look at this. They have so many events. Like you could do bird watching, you can learn to fish, do hikes. They have free yoga classes, they have free archery classes, all types of things. And once in a while they'll have like free movie screenings. I love this city. I really do. And in Philadelphia in the summertime, you know, don't worry, you know, if you ignore the shootings, it's not that bad of a place. Archery. You could take a free archery class. Like yoga. Like that's the thing. Like I always wanted to do yoga, but they have these free yoga classes every summer all across the city. Now, the thing is, can I do yoga around a bunch of strangers? Isn't that very embarrassing? I don't know. And then some people will say, you walk around the city talking to yourself. Isn't that embarrassing? And I would say, yeah, it is. But it's okay. I get used to it. You realize that's one of the things when you do the YouTube channel. The people who you are vlogging around, you'll probably never see them ever again in your life. So if you don't really pay attention to it, it's not that big of a deal. And also, in this day and age, there's so many people who use those Bluetooth headphones, you know? And yeah, get that little dog out of here before Rick the puppy has dessert. So usually when I'm doing my scooter rides, I just have a headphone on in my ear, and it just looks like I'm talking on the phone. And nobody's paying attention to you. Nobody. That's another thing too. People think they're so important. Nobody's watching you. Nobody gives a shit about you. So after this park, we're going to go down the street. Not that far. You go down State Road, and you'll see the Glen Foerd mansion. And I'll talk about that. We got some really exciting news. History in the historic mansion. Here we are, the Glen Foerd Estate Mansion. What do we call it? The Estate of Glen Foerd, spelt that way. This is a mansion circa 1850, which is now, you can see the mansion back there. It's no longer, well, it's still a mansion, but it's now a public park here in the city of Philadelphia. And I like to walk Rick the puppy. I like to take my Juniata pit bull, which is what Rick the puppy is, and I like to walk around these parts every so often and act sophisticated. And the park is open. It's a public park. It's open 8 to 8 Monday through Thursday, and 8 to 3 Friday through Sunday. Isn't that weird? And you could take tours of the mansion on the weekends. What day is it? You could take tours of the mansion Friday through Sunday, but the hours are 10 to 1, so you got to get here early. And they just did something amazing in here. They have, inside this house, I believe is the world's largest pipe organ in a personal home in the world. So we actually come to this mansion and watch a concert. And I think it's either free or it's really cheap. It goes to preserving the organ. And I think the people who gave money to preserve the organ, one of the rules was, listen, we're going to give you this money to fix up this organ, but we got to have concerts here every month. So if you want to check out a concert, a one-of-a-kind experience, check out the Glen Foerd website. Look at that deer. Oh, I wish I had a gun. Bang, 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 bang. Uh-oh. Baby Jessica. Hold on, Rick the puppy. It's a well. We got to check for baby Jessica. Okay, she's not down there. Oh, there's the deer. Oh, I guess I should tell you a little bit about the mansion. Let me tell you about it. This historic mansion and estate was built in a summer home around 1850. The home was built by Charles McAllister Jr., a prosperous businessman and banker. He held very close personal relations with President Jackson, Van Buren, Polk, Pierce, and Buchanan, and Lincoln. And in 1893, this property was purchased by Robert Foerd, a U.S. congressman, an industrialist, who gave it its present name. He enlarged the house in 1903, and this estate was listed on the National Registry of Historic Places back in 1979. So it looks like the 10 to 1 hours are winter hours. Maybe the hours change when it gets a little warmer. I highly recommend checking out this place in the spring or summer. There's rose gardens. There's, this stuff isn't dead. There's a statue of a dog right here. And every time Rick sees it, it kind of freaks him out. One of the things when they built this mansion, one of the things they would have to deal with for security issues is like people coming off the river on a boat and climbing up into the second floor, and that's why the windows are designed like they're pushed back. It's a statue of one of the dogs that used to live here. Rick, look at this. How does he know that's a statue? Yeah, right down here, these are the steps. You would park your yacht or whatever, your boat, and you would come up here, and people would go up these steps and have some tea and crimpets, talk about well, I guess you know what? These guys probably could have talked about the Phillies. Because they started, what, in the 1870s? Check out the shutters. Look how big the shutters are to this. Look at this sign. Warning, protected by Pinkerton's National Detective Agency. Video at Bartram's Garden recently, and they had a setup just like this. It was like this, the bones of a building. So what they do here is they rent this space out for catering events. So if you want to get married, you can get married. I don't know if you can actually go inside the mansion, but you can go in here and they'll have weddings and all types of receptions. And I guess they take down the tarps every so often. Probably getting cleaned. But anyway, I was at Bartram's Garden. One of the regular commenters, I think it was C. Drum, I think his name is. He said, whenever you walk around these parks, and he said this about Bartram Garden, he's like, I'm always amazed on how much like public space there is in the city. There's another boat step. Nah, Rick the puppy, we can't go down there. Go up here. And there's more to this house than just a mansion. There's a stable and tennis courts. Very off the beaten path. And I think I came here for about a year or two before I found these tennis courts. This other little trail. Just walking around. They do kayak lessons here, or they used to. I'm not sure if they still do it. But if you want to learn to kayak, I think they do it right over here. Yeah, check out these steps. I love these steps. Oh. Right here. Come on, Todd. Todd, do you even know about this tennis court? I thought you were a fan of tennis. No way Todd knows about this tennis court. All grass tennis court, Todd. Probably one of the oldest tennis courts in the city. You probably never set foot on it. But guess what? Me and Rick the puppy are. Matter of fact, Rick the puppy's probably going to piss on that tree. What do you think of that, Todd? That's what Rick the puppy thinks of your beloved tennis. There's a guy I watch baseball games with who's like a tennis expert who thinks he could beat me and my friend Oscar at tennis at the same time. So, you know, some people don't watch the baseball video, so they have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. Just know I'm talking about you, Todd. So yeah, this used to be a tennis court. And over here... Oh, I think they repaired this building. Yeah, they just did a whole bunch of brick pointing on this old historic building. I think this was a silo. Oh, I don't know what this building was. Does anybody know? Maybe there's a sign. But anyway, yeah, see, the building was in kind of bad shape. It looked like this, but all over. That's inside. But looks like they're, right here, they put a bunch of new mortar. That's a good sign. And then all around here, this was really bad last time I was here. I think last time me and Rick the puppy walked around here, they had police tape around here. They didn't want people walking around. Come here, Rick. Where are you going? Look at that dog smile. Rick the puppy. So right over here, that's the Delaware River. I just see bubbles coming out of the ground. I don't see... Let's get the hell out of here, Rick the puppy. The hell is that? So that tower is a water tower. That's a water tower, Rick the puppy. Come here. Oh yeah, look at, oh shit, Rick the puppy. We got to be careful. You ever see that movie? What's that movie? Oh, let's get out of here. What's the, what's that horrible movie? Macaulay Culkin, My Girl. You ever see My Girl, Rick the puppy? We're asking for it. We're asking for trouble. Oh, it's a sound garden. Oh, Spoon Man. Spoon Man. Not a big fan of Soundgarden. I like Black Hole Sun. There it is, the water tower. And look, they're preserving it. They just got a grant. That's cool. There it is. If you want to learn more about the water tower, scan this. I'll hold it here for 5 seconds. All right. Spin. Yeah, I like Black Hole Sun. And then, what was the other? You know, there was another band called Temple of the Dog, Rick the Puppy. And it was like Pearl Jam and Soundgarden. It was like a super group. I like them. They were good. I don't like Pearl Jam either. I'm not like anybody from I hate Nirvana. What a weird person. Huh. Yeah, I kind of like Pearl Jam. I guess out of all of them, I like Pearl Jam the best. And then, I just don't like that heavy metal screaming thing with Soundgarden. And Nirvana, I just never got. It just was, I love the Foo Fighters. I like pop music. I guess that's what it was. Although I do like gritty, ooey punk rock. Huh. Ladies and gentlemen, the big play starring Rick the Puppy. Come here, Rick the Puppy. There we go. Here's a secret garden. That's a Bruce Springsteen song. I like that song. There's a secret garden. And this is a rose garden right here, Rick the Puppy. You come here. We got anything blooming? Oh, do we have anything? No, not yet. Oh, maybe. I don't know. I hate walking through here. I always get my hoodie snagged. Yeah. If you walk around my neighborhood, we have a lot of cherry blossom trees. And they are starting to sprout their little flowers. And that really is like, that gives you the real false hope that spring's here. And we can still get a snowstorm. So don't get happy. Look at the size of the birdhouse on top of that little building. That's a lot. Isn't that amazing that it's not covered in bird shit? Really, it's a wonder. All right, well, if you like this video, do me a favor. Yeah, it was a double feature. It's probably going to be over 30 minutes long. So if you like this video, do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up. And while you're at it, check out this fence. Yeah, while you're at it, check out this fence. Up there. And while you're at it, hit subscribe. Hit subscribe. And if you can, hit the like button. And remember, it's not for me. It's not to satisfy my ego. It's to let my boss, YouTube, know, hey, I like this video enough. I like this video enough. I touched the button. So if you can, please use your finger and touch the button and watch the children. Get yourself a Rick the Puppy t-shirt. And if you don't like Rick the Puppy, get a Stewie the One-Eyed Chihuahua t-shirt. And I guess that's it. Well, make sure you hit like and subscribe. And I'll sail with you later. Toodles!